The crystalline halls of the Zephron Empire gleamed under artificial suns as Commander Leo Martinez stood before the Council of Elders. His worn military jacket, still bearing scorch marks from the battle, contrasted sharply with the elaborate robes of the alien dignitaries surrounding him. "Human!" Elder Vexthor announced, his three eyes blinking in sequence. "You have saved our empire from the Void Swarm. Name your reward, and it shall be granted." Leo shifted uncomfortably. He'd only done what any soldier would do, protected innocent lives. "I don't need—" "By our laws you must accept," Vexthor interrupted. "Your choice of treasure, territory, or—" He paused dramatically. "A bride from our finest families." The council chamber erupted in murmurs. 12 Zephron females were ushered forward, each more stunning than the last by their species' standards. Iridescent scales that shifted colors, elegant head crests that sparkled with bioluminescence, and the graceful bearing of nobility. Leo's gaze swept across them, and his heart sank. Each female wore the same expression, barely concealed disgust. To them, he was the ugly alien who had disrupted their perfect society. Their beauty meant nothing if it didn't reach their hearts. Then he noticed her. At the far end of the line stood Anna, partially hidden behind the others. Where the other Zephron females bore vibrant scales in blues and purples, hers were a mottled gray-brown. Her head crest was smaller, damaged, perhaps, and she stood with a slight hunch that suggested old injury. But her eyes, those amber eyes, held something the others lacked: kindness. And beneath it, a deep, crushing sadness. "That one," Leo said, pointing to Anna. The chamber fell silent. Then chaos. "Impossible!" Elder Vexthor sputtered. "Human, surely you misunderstand our beauty standards. Anna is—" "The one I choose," Leo said firmly. Anna's eyes widened in shock. Tears began streaming down her scaled face as guards escorted her forward. She trembled as she approached, unable to meet his gaze. "Why?" she whispered in broken galactic standard. "Why choose broken thing?" Leo smiled gently. "Because in my culture, beauty isn't about scales or crests. It's about what's in here." He tapped his chest. "And I can see you have a good heart." The council, bewildered by this human's incomprehensible choice, finalized the bonding ceremony with reluctant efficiency. As tradition demanded, Anna would live with Leo aboard his human vessel. 3 weeks later, Leo discovered the truth. He'd noticed Anna's nervousness aboard his ship, her reluctance to speak about her past, the way she stared at her communication device each night with longing. Finally, she broke down. "I have daughter," she sobbed. "Little Sarah, 6 solar cycles old. She is sick, rare genetic condition. I volunteer for bonding selection to pay for treatment, but—" She gestured to herself. "No one ever choose Anna. They laugh. They say broken mother makes broken child. I thought I'd die in ceremony, never to see Sarah again. Then you—" Leo's jaw clenched. "Where is she?" "Medical facility. Planet Xeron 7, but treatment costs—" "How much?" Leo interrupted. Anna named a sum that would bankrupt most families. Leo was already accessing his communication panel. "What you doing?" Anna asked fearfully. "Calling in some favors," Leo replied. "The human fleet owes me for that Void Swarm business. And humans, we take care of family." 2 days later, the fastest human medical frigate in the sector arrived at Xeron 7. Dr. Sarah Chen, humanity's foremost xenobiologist, led the team. "If human medicine can't fix her, we'll figure out something that can," Dr. Chen assured Anna. Little Sarah was tiny, her scales even more mottled than her mother's, her breathing labored. But when she saw Anna, her face lit up with pure joy. "Mama!" Leo watched as Anna embraced her daughter, both of them crying. Something shifted in his chest, a feeling he thought he'd lost after years of war. Dr. Chen's examination took hours. Finally, she emerged smiling. "Good news. The Zephron doctors were wrong. It's not genetic. It's a treatable bacterial infection that's been misdiagnosed. 2 weeks of the right antibiotics, and she'll be fine. Anna collapsed in relief, and Leo caught her. "Thank you," she whispered. Thank you, but why? Why do this for broken—" "Stop," Leo said gently. "You're not broken. You're one of the strongest people I've ever met. You were willing to sacrifice everything for your daughter." He paused. That's what humans value most: love, courage, sacrifice, not how someone looks. 6 months passed. Sarah recovered fully, her scales gradually brightening to a beautiful bronze shade. Anna bloomed too, her confidence growing as she learned that Leo's kindness wasn't an act or obligation. One evening, as they watched Sarah play with the ship's holographic interface, Anna spoke softly. "Council thought you stupid for choosing ugly wife, but you saw what they could not." Leo took her hand. "They're starting to understand. I've received 12 requests from other human Zephron cultural exchange programs. Turns out, when humans look at your people, we see individuals, not just appearances." Anna leaned against him. "HFY," she said, testing out the human phrase she'd learned from the crew. "What?" Leo laughed. "Humanity? Yeah," Anna repeated carefully. "Crew taught me. It means humans are special, yes? Different from others?" Leo smiled. "Something like that." "They are right," Anna said, watching Sarah giggle. "You see with different eyes, better eyes. And now—" She looked up at him with those amber eyes that had first caught his attention. "Now I see too." From the ugliest choice came the most beautiful outcome, not in spite of human judgment, but because of it. The galaxy was learning what humanity had always known. True value lies beneath the surface, and love sees what prejudice cannot. And little Sarah, playing without a care in the world, would grow up knowing that sometimes the greatest rewards come not from choosing with your eyes, but with your heart.